Here we go. This is break 1368. A little 2021 Donruss football hobby one box pick your division. Mr. CEO with the AFC East, the AFC South, and the NFC West. Lang McCrank with the AFC North. David Daniel with the AFC West and NFC East. Haley with the NFC North. And Cynthia with the NFC South. And we will get this box open as John gets these names loaded for you. Phil, I'll definitely check it out. See what I can get there. We're gonna try to do maybe a Formula One break for Friday. I just have to figure out how we actually do it. How we do it without sending John and Dan to the crazy bin is really more important. And we're getting started with some veterans here. Emmanuel Sanders, I'm expecting to see some big hits from him with the Dolphins. Start that guy in fantasy this week. Josh Allen comeback tour. Joe Burrow of the Bengals, Deontay Johnson of the Steelers, and we're into our first rookie, and it's Penei Sewell of the Detroit Lions going to Haley, followed up by a Mike Vrabel of the Titans, and we have a little Zeke Elliott power formulas of the Dallas Cowboys, followed up by a retro series Emmitt Smith of the Dallas Cowboys as well. And we're on to our next pack right there. There's probably too many drivers, though, I'm guessing, in the set. I'd have to look it up. I don't know anything about Formula One racing. All I know is that would mean we have to get a new mat at some point here. Baker Mayfield of the Browns, James Conner of the Cardinals. And then we have the rated rookie Kene Nwangu of the Minnesota Vikings heading to Haley, followed up by the 2 out of 10 press proof black Jonathan Taylor of the Indianapolis Colts. I thought about team as well. I was just worried there was too many teams. And that sizzle sticker is headed to Mr. CEO. Nice hit right there. Followed up by the rookies, Devonta Smith of the Philadelphia Eagles going to Daniel. And then a 2001 Kurt Warner of the Rams headed to Mr. CEO. Kirk Cousins to get started right there. Barry Sanders of the Lairds, Marcus May of the Jets. We have a Noah Gray of the Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs right there. Rated rookie, followed by a Davis Mills of the Houston Texans. Davis Mills of the Houston Texans with that portrait that headed to Mr. CEO. Then we have a Daniel Jones Elite Series of the Giants and an inducted Charles Woodson of the Raiders. Yeah, I will figure it out for sure. Darius Leonard of the Colts and Denzel Mims of the Jets, followed by a little Kenneth Gainwell of the Philadelphia Eagles, rated rookie headed to Daniel. And then we have a red press proof George Kittle of the 49ers, followed up by a Dominators Cleveland Browns, Baker Mayfield right there, and then a Terrell Davis of the Denver Broncos going to Daniel. Adam, you're back! The Origins football is the next football, and that's October 6th. We were supposed to have Absolute Football releasing on my birthday, which is next Wednesday, but instead we Absolute got pushed way back into October. Well, Michael Pittman right there. Then we have the Daniel Sorensen of the Chiefs, Followed up by a Nick Bolton rated rookie of the Kansas City Chiefs going to Daniel as well. Tom Brady of the Carolina of the New England Patriots headed to Mr. CEO. A little Gridiron Kings all-time Joe Thomas of the Cleveland Browns. Followed up by an Elite Series rookies Travis Etienne of the Jacksonville Jaguars to Mr. CEO. And a Retro Series Roger Staubach of the Dallas Cowboys going to Daniel. David Johnson right there and Drew Brees. Followed up by Chase Young, Dak Prescott. Then we're going to have a Pat Freiermuth of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Followed by a gold die-cut Landon Dickerson rated rookie out of 25 of the Philadelphia Eagles going to Daniel. And then we have a Kellen Mond of the Minnesota Vikings going to Haley, followed by Phil Simms of the New York Giants with that 2001 throwback. Who was 2019? Was that just really Daniel Jones? We have Saquon Barkley of the Giants to get started with those veterans. Then we have Mr. Brady right there, followed by a Robbie Gronk. And then we have Anthony Schwartz of the Cleveland Browns headed to Robert. And followed up by a Portraits Justin Fields rated rookie. And that is headed to Haley with the Chicago Bears. Followed up with a Legends Series Brian Urlacher of the Bears, and then a Patrick Mahomes of the Chiefs. And here we go, folks. It is going to be a Studio Series. Michael Thomas out of 349 of the New Orleans Saints headed to Cynthia. So you have two starters out of the class of 2019. One starter that I would say is above average and one starter that's below average. Joe Sherbert, Henry Ruggs, followed by Caleb Farley of the Tennessee Titans headed to Mr. CEO. Then we have that red press-proof Zeke Elliott of the Dallas Cowboys. The rookies, Pat Freiermuth of the Pittsburgh Steelers headed to Lank McCrank. A 2001 Randall Cunningham throwback of the Philadelphia Eagles. I think 2018 is going to go down as the best class in a long time. I think you're going to have our boy Sammy Darnold take a step up this year. I feel like whenever you get a QB away from the QB killer that is Adam Gase, they are going to step up. We have Jamar Jefferson of the Detroit Lions going to Haley, followed up by a portrait out of 100, Ron Dale Moore of the Arizona Cardinals headed to Mr. CEO. Then we have a little Josh Jacobs Elite Series of the Raiders. And the champ is here, Jason Pierre-Paul of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yeah. Quandre Diggs right there. Followed up by Tua, Zadarius Smith, and then Mac Jones of the New England Patriots heading to Mr. CEO. And he arrives just as Adam arrives. Followed up by a Derek Carr out of 500 of the Raiders. Followed up by a Dominators, Nick Bosa of the San Francisco 49ers. And a 2001 throwback. That is Len Dawson of the Kansas City Chiefs. And that Mike Vrabel that we pulled earlier of the Titans was an aqueous test. And that's headed to Mr. CEO. Richard Sherman, Bradley Chubb right there to get things kicking off. Then we have Aaron Rodgers of the Packers. We're going to have DK Metcalf. We're going to have a Gary Brightwell rated rookie of the New York Giants, followed by Gridiron Kings Aaron Rodgers of the Green Bay Packers, an Elite Series rookie Jalen Waddle of the Miami Dolphins headed to Mr. CEO. Then we have an Aaron Rodgers of the Green Bay Packers highlights right there as well. And here we go. It is going to be a redemption, and that is going to be Jamar Chase, the rookie's autograph of the Cincinnati Bengals, headed to Lank McCrank. Ha ha, team man. Nicholas Bosa to get things started right there. Jalen Smith and Julio Jones. Then we have an Elijah Moore of the New York Jets to Mr. CEO. That red press-proof T.Y. Hilton of the Colts, followed by an Action All-Pros of the Green Bay Packers, and a 2001 Ken Anderson of the Cincinnati Bengals. Jacoby Myers getting started right there. Justin Jefferson, C.D. Lamb, followed by Chatarius Tutu Atwell of the Los Angeles Rams to Mr. CEO. Then we have Kadarius Toney out of 500 of the New York Giants going to Daniel, followed up by a little Chase Claypool Elite Series of the Pittsburgh Steelers going to Robert, followed up by Sam Darnold highlights of the New York Jets right there to CEO. Stephon Diggs of the Bills, Hunter Henry of the Patriots, and we have Danny Amendola of the Lions, Malcolm Jenkins of the Saints. We have a little Khalil Mack of the Bears, followed up by Patrick Mahomes of the Chiefs, and a little J.C. Horn of the Carolina Panthers going to Cynthia, and a portrait Marquez Stevenson of the Buffalo Bills to Mr. CEO, an Action All-Pro Minkah Fitzpatrick of the Steelers, followed up by a 2001 throwback Dan Marino of the Miami Dolphins headed to Mr. CEO. Ndamukong Suh of the Bucks to get started. Von Miller of the Broncos, Juju Smith-Schuster of the Steelers, a little Ramondre Stevenson of the New England Patriots right there, rated rookie to Mr. CEO. Then we're going to have that no-namer DJ Chark of the Jacksonville Jaguars, followed by a Power Formulas Jonathan Taylor of the Colts, and a Retro Series Kurt Warner of the Arizona Cardinals. Yeah, I mean, I guess, what do you think, Adam? To really hold value, like, do you need to be a Hall of Fame QB? And if so, then yeah, maybe one a year is even pushing it right there. Zeke Elliott and Joe Namath, followed by Eric Stokes of the Green Bay Packers headed to Haley, a Racy McMath red press proof of the Tennessee Titans to Mr. CEO, the rookies Ramondre Stevenson of the New England Patriots to Mr. CEO as well, and then a 2001 throwback Marshall Faulk of the Rams. And also it'll be curious down the line, like, how do you judge a Hall of Fame QB? Like, in the passing league, like, it's got to really be by Super Bowl victories and how they impacted their team, because like passing for 4,000 yards is kind of easy now. Like, and I'm assuming it's only going to get easier because These rules, Peyton Manning with the no helmet on right there and that giant head. Then we got Michael Carter of the New York Jets, rook headed to Mr. CEO. A little Gridiron Kings, Kellen Mond of the Minnesota Vikings. And then a Elite Series rookies, Justin Fields of the Chicago Bears. And both of those are heading to Haley. Following that up with a Retro Series, Jerry Rice of the San Francisco 49ers. Right, like, just having big numbers in an era of big numbers shouldn't be enough. DeAndre Hopkins of the Cardinals, Clyde Edwards-Helaire of the Chiefs, Ben Skowronek of the Los Angeles Rams right there going to Mr. CEO, followed by Javonte Williams, silver-rated rookie out of 100 of the Denver Broncos. Then we got a little TJ Watt, Dominators of the Steelers, and a 2001 throwback Hines Ward of the Pittsburgh Steelers as well. And let's run these rookies down. The out of 100, Javonte Williams of the Broncos, Ben Skowronek of the Rams, followed up by a Gridiron Kings, Kellen Mond of the Vikings, Michael Carter of the Jets, Ramondre Stevenson, the rookies of the Patriots, Racey McMath, press proof of the Titans, Eric Stokes of the Packers, Ramondre Stevenson of the Patriots, a portrait, Marquez Stevenson of the Buffalo Bills, J.C. Horn of the Carolina Panthers, followed by a Kadarius Toney out of 500 of the New York Giants, headed to Daniel. Then we have Chatarius Tutu Atwell of the Rams, Elijah Moore of the Jets, an Elite Series rookies, Jalen Waddle of the Miami Dolphins, followed up by Gary Brightwell of the Giants, a Rondale Moore out of 100 Studio Series of the Arizona Cardinals, Jamar Jefferson of the Lions, the rookies, Pat Freiermuth of the Steelers, Caleb Farley of the Titans, Anthony Schwartz of the Broncos, a little Kellen Mond of the rookies of the Vikings, Pat Freiermuth of the Steelers, Travis Etienne, Elite Series rookies of the Jags, Nick Bolton of the Chiefs, Kenneth Gainwell of the Eagles, Davis Mills portrait of the Texans, Noah Gray of the Chiefs, the rookies, Devonta Smith of the Eagles, Kene Nwangu of the Minnesota Vikings, and Penei Sewell of the Detroit Lions. And here we go. Let's run these hits down. First off, we have the Landon Dickerson out of 25 gold die cut of the Philadelphia Eagles right there. And that is headed to Daniel. And then we got some rookie QBs. We got the base Mac Jones, the portrait Justin Fields, and the Elite Series rookies Justin Fields right there. Next up, we have the Michael Thomas of the Saints out of 249 Jersey Kings, followed up by our two hits. We have the Jamar Chase, the Rookies Autographs Redemption, and the Jonathan Taylor 2 out of 10 Black Press Proof. Nice hits right there. And with that, we are done with break 1368. We will be right back from the hardwood with break 1289.